So we were discussing about geothermal power. So what is the exploration around it? That is bubbling mud, geysers, and hot pools are good indicators of geothermal activity at the surface. But what is going on underground? So if we see about this, so if we see the bubbling of mud in the geysers and hot pools, are basically we see that there are the indicators for your geothermal activity at the surface. But actually, what is the mechanism? What is the we can say system that is being that is forcing this? We can say what is happening beneath this. So exploration methods are areas are explored, analyzed, and mapped. So in exploration, what are the methods for this? How these explorations are done? So areas are explored in this part. They are analyzed. They are mapped. Clear. Then geological, geophysical, and geochemical data are combined. Clear. So we take the geological data, geophysical and geochemical. Geological means what are the geological you can say locations about this. How the overall it is going for this. And geophysical is like what are the structure of rocks, what are how much are there oceans are there, how much mountains are there, how the surface is behaving. So then those for geophysical, and then again is a geochemical. What are the chemical you can say that is being stored in this part? So what are the chemical that are constituting that? So that is the geochemical data. So we combine all these three data, that is geological, geophysical, and geochemical data. Field models are developed for this. Again, with the help of this, the field models are developed based on this. Then geothermal potential is accessed on these places. So we access the geothermal potential out of this. Is being accessed in this part. Then if we get to see that there is a potential nearby this that we can get a source for the geothermal power, then the drilling sites are identified. Clear. So we identify the sites clear that is having a potential of the geothermal energy to be stored in that particular part. Then we identify the sites for the drilling. So from where we can explore it, we can take out the hot water, we can take out the hot energy out of it. So this is some of the exploration methods. The area called Ring of Fire has the most geothermal activity. This area borders the Pacific Ocean. So we see like we have done all the exploration on this part, and when we have done this, so we see the maximum exploration can be done on this area. This area is nearby the Pacific Ocean, and this area is named as a ring of fire also. So we name it this as a ring of fire. So this area lets us to go about that. So normally that area that has the maximum potential of geothermal activity is taking on this area name is as your ring of fire, and this particular area is the Pacific Ocean, the border areas of the Pacific Ocean. Now, how is it obtained? Then, if we get like we have explored the area, now how it will be obtained from this part? So first, specialist geologists and engineers locate an economic source of geothermal energy. So, so we first the geologists and engineers they locate the economic source. Like we the first part as the location. That is we locate the we can say they locate the source with an economic source. We see this particular area can be explored for this. Then site selection is based on heat content, fluid content, and permeability of the rock. So then we select the site based on the heat content into this. Then the fluid content, heat content, and the permeability of the rock that is being placed in this part. So for this particular part, then site selection is based on heat content. Yes, the amount of heat that is contained in this, then the fluid, how much fluid is contained, what is the temperature of that fluid, and plus the permeability of the rocks are how much permeable the rocks are. Then the method used are geothermal drilling, heat exchanger, heat pump installation. So in this part we use the geothermal drilling we use. Then we use heat exchangers are also used in this part, and then the heat pumps are also installed in this part. The installation of heat pumps are also taking place in this particular part. Then the surveys are being done for the geothermal exploration. That is done by the basis of satellite imagery and aerial photography. Yes, the imagery of the satellite and the aerial photography with the help of this explorations are done. Then volcanological studies, the studies of the volcanoes are also being conducted with the help of the satellites. Then geological and structural mapping is being done. So we map the structure, geological and structural mapping is also being done in that particular area. So we map according to the location is being traced by overall parts. Then here comes your again it goes for your geographical analysis. The analysis of the geographical conditions are being analyzed for this. The temperature gradient hole drilling. Then the temperature gradient for the hole drilling is being done on that particular part. So how the temperature gradient is retained for the drilling of that particular part. So we see geological explore volcanic regions to find the most likely areas for further studies like this steaming hillside in El Goyo Nicaragua. So it is a we can say the location of an volcano. Yeah. So the steaming that is coming out of from this is basically the site. We can say it is going for the location is being analyzed for the geographical and geochemical reasons for this part. So we see this is a volcanic region that is most likely area for further study. So we can go upon because there's lot have been done nearby the volcanic eruptions. So the area might be a suitable location for geothermal source. Then examining of rocks, rocks are examined up close. We see the location of rocks, the position of rocks, so how it has been, they are permeable or not, the location of the rocks has been examined overall. Then discovery of reservoir, how the reservoir is, we can say, discovered, is if a reservoir is discovered of well and reservoir are tested by flowing the well. So we see that if we get this reservoir is detected out of this one, we discover there is a reservoir. The characteristics of the wall and of the reservoir tested for flowing into the well part. Then basic methods and technology. What are the basic methods and technology for this? So